Hello friends and welcome to my channel. In this video tutorial I'm going to explain to you how I created or made this toilet and bathroom layout plane. Now this is a typical toilet and bathroom layout plane which you could also use in your drawings. I would like to reiterate as to why I have shown everything separately because I believe that it's best to show your smaller details in blown up and exploded pages. So let's begin. So the first thing that you should do is go back to model, and from your floor plane just copy your entire floor plane like so, and bring it to a place where you will be setting up your washroom elevations. In this case I'm going to just leave it down here like so, and I already have gone ahead and drawn everything that is required in the standard toilet and bathroom elevations, but I'll just go through some of the basics to explain to you as to how I've done this. Now how I usually get this floor plane is very simple. I just take a rectangle, that's REC for rectangle, click on the two corners and delete everything that's outside of the rectangle. Don't worry, I'm not going to delete each and everything here. I'll just delete everything that's part or that is the external of the rectangle. So basically the reason why I remove all my hatches so that it's a little bit less confusing to work with. And what I also do is just take out all the other unnecessary things such as my section markers and grids. These will not be required to be shown. Now I'll basically select all, type TR for trim, and trim out any unnecessary lines and or hatches like so. Now this is the advantage of using a multi-line instead of a polyline, is that you get a nice clean trim off and you do not have to go back, draw a line and do a fillet. Case in point. Now if you lose a hatch or you delete a hatch, you don't need to worry about that. You can re-hatch your drawings. But for the time being, we need to get the basic outline of the bathroom. You do not really have to show the door here, but if you want to, you can. In this case, I'll just leave it there for reference purposes. And I can take out the windows. Alright, now that that is done, what you can do is basically just move these reference lines into place like so. That's one, that's two, and just do that for the rest of the drawings. That should be about it. Then you will reselect everything and then delete. My apologies, and you'll say trim for TR. So you'll now start to trim off everything that's going past your bathroom lines. And in this case, there was only two. So basically, I just remove the two. I'll just move out the tile hedge for the time being to a separate place using a coordinate of my choice. Then I'll move out the windows as well so I can do the hatching there properly. Now the reason why I have drawn these is so that they provide an ample barrier from the hatches. The hatches will not cross any solid lines that show there. Now what I'll do is basically take a H for H, then press enter. Click on the settings, click on inherit properties, select the H that I wish to be used here, and just hedge it into place. There you go. That's one, and that's two. Now what you can do is just basically move these guys down back to where they came from. There you go. That's 1 and 2. And you can now also take this back into its place from the coordinate that you had used earlier. If these tend to cover up the text when you move them back into place, basically what you can do is either type RE for regenerate and press enter. If that doesn't work, you can click on this and type DR for draw order and press enter and just move it back. That's it. Don't worry about this thing covering the other lines, it's not that important. As long as it's hidden, that's all. Alright, now that you have done that, you will need to detail this. In this case, I have already made a pretty detailed drawing. I have shown all the blocks and the other things, so I don't need to, but you might need to. So here what you can do is basically set up your floor plan as I had shown you earlier. Then you can draw the elevations as I've shown in the other videos. And then what you can do is basically number each and everything there using key references as I've shown in the other videos. And then you can do your referencing, make your drawings look a bit more tidier like so. And you can say that you have a fully fledged toilet and bathroom layout plan like so. So as you can see here, I've also external referenced a few images. External referencing I've shown in another video how to do that. I also like to keep my drawings entertaining so that it's easy for people to read and digest. As you can see that I've used a toilet paper holder that supports an iPhone, which I don't know what the context is, but I've still put it there. And I've also shown each and every detail here together with all the key referencing over here. Now at the end of how to draw an architectural set of plans, you will be able to take this, download this from my drive and then set it up as your own. I will leave a link in the following videos. Now that's all for this video. In the next video tutorial, I will be explaining to you how to set up these key numbers and how to set up all referencing together with your drawing index. Now let me just take a bit of time just to go back into another thing that I had forgotten to say, and that's the kitchen layout. Now I usually put a typical kitchen layout, which I just take a standard joinery and I draw it out, and I like to reflect it that way. And similarly I've done here. If you wish, you can use option B. And lastly I just put a very simple wardrobe because there are other choices people will make. Now if you really wish to show this as a fixed item, you will need to provide the shop drawings for these, and the shop drawings will be explained in another video as to how they are done. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you like my contents, please do like and subscribe, and let me know if you have any questions or queries via comments. Thank you.